Mile upon mile of rural Zimbabwe is now without crops, without livestock, without water. Like most of southern Africa, climate change here has parched the land and brought millions to the brink of starvation. This land that was once the breadbasket of southern Africa is now barren, and everyone trying to live off it is hungry, very hungry. 8 million people here are now dependent on food from the UN, some of which originates from Britain. The rollout of international aid is one of the most ambitious feeding programmes in UN history. This scene is being replicated all over rural Zimbabwe. Rising temperatures and less rainfall means the so-called hunger gap, when their homegrown food runs out, is hitting earlier and earlier and harder. That leaves only two options: queue for food aid or starve.
I don't have seeds.
You have nothing?
I have nothing.
Emma Malumi has watched 3 harvests fail on her once fertile land. A widow, she is now only able to feed her family one small meal a day.
We pray to God that God should give us water. Otherwise we can survive because we are starving.
The drought also means thousands of cattle and donkeys have died. Many of those still standing are near collapse. What little water there is being saved to help keep the people alive. And the food urgently needed is being imported by the ton, ready to help millions who the UN says are marching towards starvation.
We're talking about communities disintegrating, people's lives are at risk. We all know that it started off with the climate change, the impact of drought. But this has now been compounded by the economic challenges that we are facing.
Those challenges now mean that hunger is a daily reality for children in the towns. Mothers like Zizi and Zabaya grow what they can in the drought. Runaway inflation has made the food that has to be imported unaffordable.
Hongu zviri kundishungurudza nokuti dai vana vangu vari kuenda kuchikoro vazokwanisa kuzvibatsira ramangwana ravo riguwa rakajeka mberi kwavo. Nokuti kusaenda kuchikoro ka mwana iyeye nekufamba kwenguwa upenyu hwake hunenge huringoripuwa.
Rukudzo's 14 out of school and living on one bowl of porridge each day.
My stomach is I'm hungry.
Zimbabwe is descending into crisis. Climate change and economic collapse have combined to leave a nation that once could feed itself, now totally dependent on foreign aid to help its citizens survive. Penny Marshall, News at 10, Zimbabwe.